Welcome back. Today we've got kind of a long letter, Genevieve. I hope you're ready. I have only
comfortably.
Comfortably. You've had your water, your tea. We're ready to go. Okay, let's just dive into this. It starts off with subject line, I, 31 male, am afraid of being in a relationship and also afraid of ending up alone. Not sure what to do. He continues to say, I'll keep this as short as possible. I'm a 31-year-old male who's been in 4 relationships to date, longest of them being 5 years. In each of those relationships, there was always a pattern. The girl would be attracted to me because of my fun-loving nature and happy disposition towards life in general. But in each of them, they always ended up trying to control me. Don't love that. Changing my behaviors, change my behaviors, even have tried stopping me from doing the things that I like. I wouldn't really notice this happening until it's too late. And at some point, my friends would point out how I'm just not the same person that I was. Some of them would withhold sex and use it as a reward system for doing what they wanted me to do.
Wow.
Needless to say, I have a very distorted view of relationships where I'm constantly worried that the next girl will also do the same. At the same time, I want someone to share my life with. But every time I go out to meet new women, I shut down completely. And this can range from not showing interest in them to avoiding them entirely. I'm not sure what to do. I'm very comfortable with being alone and doing things alone, but I've always been the type of person that wants to have someone to dote on and be a partner in crime with, so to speak. The question I want to ask is that are all relationships built on power and control? Is this something I have to expect and resist if I have to keep my integrity? Any other advice is welcome. Thank you. I'll unpack that bag.
To unpack that in 5 minutes is not possible, but a couple of bits that really flagged up for me. A, he keeps attracting the same type of woman. I'm wondering if he's addicted to the drama, and I'm wondering if he's addicted to controlling, slightly narcissistic women as well. Because it seems if he's having the same problem, it could even be something energetically that he's projecting into these relationships. He needs to work with a therapist. I cannot stress that enough. He needs to work with a therapist, a coach. He needs to work with someone to unravel this pattern, break this pattern, and give him confidence to date authentically and connect with people. Now, it could be that he's attracted to someone who looks a certain way, who possesses a very high level energy or high power energy, where there's that control that he's drawn in by that. He could be slightly codependent as well. And if he's codependent, he's handing his power over very quickly and early on in the relationship as well. So without going into a complete analysis of this guy, and it's not fair to do this without him here to answer the questions. And sometimes I wish we had the people in front of us. It shows that this person desperately needs help. If you recognize that there's a pattern, that you're attracted to the same types of people, and you keep repeating a pattern, even if you've done it twice, don't wait for the 3rd, 4th, 5th, 6th time, because it will keep happening. That pattern will always be repeated. We say sometimes if you've come out of 2 or 3 relationships where that pattern's there and you're meeting other people and you're not finding them attractive, or you're not finding other people who are different good for you, it's because you're drawn in by, especially with narcissists, you're drawn in by the flamboyance, the energy, the drama, everything, the doting. They could be doting on him at the beginning and then getting that control. So there's a pattern that needs to be broken here. There really is.
And I think you're right that the tools that it takes to undo that pattern, it's okay to say, I don't have those tools to undo this pattern on my own.
Clearly he doesn't. Clearly he doesn't. And he doesn't have it. And if friends are noticing it before he does, that's always a big clue. It's always a big clue. And I'm guessing if he spoke to his friends, they'd say they were all very similar. The relationships he was in were all very similar. Now, it could be something that he's doing. It could be something that he's doing in these relationships maybe he's overly vulnerable. I don't know. This is something where I need my psychology friends around me so we can sit down and really dissect this and analyze it properly. It's not something I can unravel here and now, unfortunately, but what it does do is it highlights that people are attracted to the same patterns and the same people, and attracted to the same drama sometimes that unfolds for whatever reason. And there's a number of different reasons, and it just needs a deep dive with an expert.
Absolutely. And what's interesting is this man is 31. He's had 4 relationships to date, the longest of them being 5 years. So we're talking about all of his adult life, he's had these types of relationships. So one, this is all he knows. Now, again, this is where a psychologist or a dating coach is really important here. We also need to look at what examples he had growing up of relationships.
Well, I wanted to say that, but I didn't want to start unpacking that one. Wow.
Oh, I know. I just wanted that I want to inspire that light bulb that maybe we sometimes need that outside resource to say something and then say, oh my gosh, I've never been exposed to a happy, healthy relationship. I don't know what one looks like. I only had this person. And so if we have that aha moment, you're already at a place where you're being vulnerable, you're asking for help. What I don't want you to do, though, is the question that they say they have: are all relationships built on power and control? No.
100% no.
That's not a relationship.
That's the foundation of an unhealthy situationship.
There you go.
It's not a relationship. A healthy relationship is give and take. It's authentic. There's trust. You're not walking on eggshells. Healthy relationships you feel wonderful. You feel uplifted when you're around someone. You don't feel scared to talk about your feelings. There's a whole multitude of things. And this is something that you're working with a therapist or a coach will certainly teach you what green flags to look for and how you should be feeling from almost day one in that relationship.
Exactly. And then I also think we have to probably educate this person to understand that sex can be really great. It does not have to be a controlling thing. It does not have to be something used as a tool. That's another part of that middle chunk that was said that I have to highlight really quickly to say all areas of your life are impacted by your relationship. That's how important this decision is. Yeah. And sex is one of them. So no, it's not used as a tool. It's something that is, fun and interesting, just like all parts of your life, because you're built in a security blanket with this wonderful human being that you share your life with. So you've got some work to do, it sounds like.
But nothing should be used to beat you up with. And sex shouldn't be used as a weapon. Nothing should be used as a weapon. So money as well. Money is often used as a weapon. So there's money, there's sex, there's all sorts of things. But I'm sure we'll deep dive on that on another time.
This one is all about you're worth it. Go ask for help. Just get a little bit of somebody guiding you in the right direction and loving you and nurturing you to allow you to step into your best self. And then dating becomes easy and fun. Relationships are great. You got to start there. So I think that is the most perfect advice that we'll stick with. Stop there, because before we can give any other advice, that is the number one thing that we need this person to do, I think. Right, Genevieve, is start there.
Absolutely. Yes. Absolutely.
Perfect.
Yay.
All right. Well, we're going to, hopefully we'll get a lot more letters from everybody because we love helping. But until then, go to matchmakingcompany.com to learn more about our matchmaking services, just our relationship support systems that we provide for our singles are endless. So we'd love to help you as well. Like and subscribe as well, so we can give you some more amazing content and answering all kinds of your questions. We love to help. So until next time, thank you so much, Genevieve.
You're welcome.
Bye.